for you.
Hello?
Hello, Jughead. This is Archie. Come over right away. It's a matter of life or death.
Oh, relax, Archie.
Attention, all true believers. Marvel Comics is on the air.
The friend of the unfortunate, enemy of criminals. In reality, Dan Garrett, a rookie patrolman, loved by everyone but suspected by none of being the Blue Beetle.
Boys and girls, your attention, please. Presenting a new exciting radio program featuring the thrilling adventures of an amazing and incredible personality. Faster than an airplane, more powerful than a locomotive, impervious to bullets.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, hello guys. Hello everyone. Unfortunately, Mel is under the weather, so it'll just be me, Fish, and our lovely special guest, Ryan McCarthy.
Hello.
Hey, Ryan.
Hello. Yeah, this is all very new to me. I think I've never done a live art stream before, so if
really?
I seem a bit rusty, that is why.
Welcome.
Well, don't feel bad, Ryan, because I'm pretty rusty doing the MC myself. So usually Mel is taking the reign, but I'm taking, I guess, the reign today. Anyway, for Ryan, so let's kind of like introduce you for the people who don't know you. Can we start off like what kind of art you do?
Yes. So I'm a cartoonist, author. I do a lot. I do tons of just cartoon, like fun stuff. My big thing is that I am an author of a manga series. It is called Tamashi. This is volume 1 right here.
Yeah.
Of course, that's not the only one. Probably should have sorted this out better, but here is.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
All right. This that.
What?
I thought I read a lot of books.
Volumes 2.
Full screen, please. All right.
10.
Way to go, man. Good job.
And that's
10
all
volumes.
self-published, written and drawn by me. And it is an ongoing book series about a girl named Tamashi. Let me quickly nab
Okay.
Tamashi in key charm form.
How many pages per book is that? And is it all colored?
It is not colored. It is a manga.
Oh, you said manga
so
style. Yeah.
I would say on average there is about 50 to 160 pages per volume.
And does it read like for US left to right or right to left?
Yeah, it's US direction.
Yeah. I think that's more feasible for a lot of
Here's another show-offy feature. This is Tamashi in plushie form. This is an actual product I also sell. I've had these since about 2019, and slowly have been just getting through the stock. Although last year, I just recently added to the catalog. This is Suimo, the secondary character. The main characters of Tamashi is Tamashi and Suimo, and these are both officially made plushies that I actually sell directly at events and on my store and all that cool stuff.
That is awesome.
Why is this? Can I see Suimo again?
Yes.
So he's got on his forehead the kanji fire, right?
Yes. That is because he is the child of fire. In Tamashi, the series of Tamashi is about a girl named Tamashi. she suddenly wakes up in a world called the Ancient Land, and it's this world of, it's a different world from her own. She just suddenly woke up into it, has no idea why, and she happens to go on a big journey through the Ancient Land to maybe find her way back home. In the Ancient Land, they have this phenomena known as the children of the Ancient Land. And they're children born with special powers that it's their powers related to, they all have titles. So Suimo, the child of fire. He was just suddenly born. He had a marking on on himself. In this case, it's on his forehead. And he's able to command fire and control fire, do tons of things with fire. Tamashi, despite not being from the Ancient Land, she somehow has gained the abilities of the Child of the Moon. Her symbol's on her right hand, and the plushie, nicely, they put the little kanji for moon on her. And there are many other, throughout the series, they journey through the Ancient Land to help Tamashi figure out her situation. And there's plenty of other children of the Ancient Land. Like there's a child of speed, child of spirit, child of plant. Like it's a whole caveat of children's.
What's interesting is I don't know if you. I'm probably sure you did this intentionally, but Tamashi means spirit.
Yes, soul.
So do you have a meaning for Suimo as well?
Suimo, well, so yes, but we have not really gone down what his name comes from just yet.
Okay.
But Suimo's actually, he grew up in a monk temple, but his parents used to be, well, they're not alive, and he's lived in this temple all his life, and a big mystery we're trying to figure out is like, oh, what happened to Suimo's parents? We know his father was named Sun, as in S-U-N, which you have a little overlap with theming. Tamashi's the child of the moon. Suimo, the child of fire, has a father named Sun. Tamashi is the night. Suimo is the day.
Cool.
That's similar to the the days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Although for us, we do it after the planets. So Tuesday, even though you write fire, the kanji, it actually means Mars Day, because they consider Mars a fire planet.
Yep.
And then Wednesday, Mercury, it's a Mercury day. Thursday is Jupiter day, so forth and so on. So I'm wondering if you are cleverly connecting that with the characters. I don't know.
Considering I am now learning that,
okay.
we'll say yes, and
we're adding it now.
Just like with a lot of writers, it's like, did you intend that? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that's exactly what I intended.
Because all the best stuff with some of the best stories ended up being like happy little accidents, because that's what storytelling a lot of time is.
Yeah, but why manga? Are you Japanese, like a descendant, or?
Nope, my name's Ryan McCarthy. I'm from Massachusetts and family is Irish. I just liked manga, and when I was coming up with an idea for a series, I was just like, I want to make a manga. Because I actually have a whole caveat of characters that I have created in different series. Tamashi just happens to be one of the ones that you can look up the most on, because I put a lot into it. But I have a whole caveat of characters. One thing people can explore is I also have a trading card game.
Oh yeah?
A fully playable.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. It was hardcore, man.
Here is Tamashi and Suimo. So this is the booklet.
Can we have your
For
Ryan as a big screen, please?
Let's see. Do I hold it like that or okay?
There you go. Thank you.
So these are characters from Tamashi. This is just a booklet I have of all the cards from my self-made trading card game. Here we go. Here are some other characters of mine. This is Gary Guinea Pig. He is a secret agent guinea pig. Here's Lenny Doe from my series School of the Underworld. That's actually a series of mine that I am very close to also working on. It's about a kid named Lenny who goes to school in hell or the underworld. The first human kid. Here's the principal. And if you want to explore all these characters, check my store or find a way to get some cards from my trading card game. If you happen to get a book from my store, I might even sneak a random card for you to enjoy.
Awesome.
Wow. You know,
you can even get booster packs, all packaged by me.
So you have the complete game, instruction cards, and of course you designed and drew everything.
This is an all-star card. This is a gold foil. You want the most valuable cards to pull? Try to pull these.
Gold foil. Damn. Oh, let's talk about giveaways.
Yes.
Okay. So what are we giving away? What are we giving away? Are you giving anything away or?
I am, so I don't know. This is my first time doing a giveaway for a stream, but for anyone here, I am offering a Volume 1 and a Tamashi Key Charm.
Wow.
To anyone. I don't know the process. I imagine we will figure that part out later, but.
Can we see some of the sample pages of the Tamashi?
So, here we go. Here's. Do note, if you can find if you cannot get any physical books, I do have Tamashi fully available to read on Global Comics right now. You can get it digitally, all ready to go. 1 through 3 is available on Amazon Kindle. But a big push is Global Comics.
Oh, okay. Mel is asking, Tamashi has 10 volumes out, which is freaking impressive. I mean, I don't know how long you've been working on this thing.
Since about 2017.
That's really short.
I like to keep a little poor man's copyright in the book. So when I did a second printing of Volume 1, I just updated to have 2017 all the way to, I think it was 2022 when I made the second printing. This is the most recent volume, Volume 10, which has one of my personal favorite chapters in it, Chapter 56.
Wow. Why do you like that as your favorite?
Chapter 56, Chapter 46. Chapter 46 is just the general pacing, some of the way I wrote it. It's just a personal favorite chapter that I'm very proud of.
You know, I don't know. Do you know the manga artist Adachi Mitsuru? He did H1, H2. He was huge, like the early 90s and 80s.
I have not heard of that one.
You kind of remind me of that storytelling panel style.
Oh, a bit.
The style. It is a bit, and I think I see like Tezuka Osamu kind of influence because it has a bit of that cartoony feel because, you know, that black and white, the simplicity.
Osamu Tezuka. Okay,
yeah.
I missed the first name, but then I caught Tezuka. I was like, there's no other Tezuka.
Yeah.
Of course, a big inspiration for me is Achira Oda. Achira Oda, One Piece.
Really? You should check out Adachi Mitsuru. Adachi Mitsuru is so good.
Down here is all of One Piece.
God damn.
See, yep.
Wow.
I just grab them right from my shelf here.
Okay. Anyway, guys, people who are listening, please do the hashtag EXP Tamashi is to enter the giveaway. So if you want that amazing Volume 1 EXP, Tamashi, please. Anyway, I think going back to Mel's question, so you're trying to put out Volume 11 now,
Yes.
and you used Kickstarter for the first time. So
And-
what did you learn from that first endeavor?
Well, first lesson, or am I interrupted? Hold on,
No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, my first lesson actually with my Kickstarter is don't do December because it actually did not reach funding.
Oh man, December's tough, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas, right?
Pretty much. In hindsight, what I should have also just done is I should have ran it for the full 60 days. So I could have actually been actively been running it right now. And, when I'm on this show, I could have promoted it.
Oh, really? How many days did you do? Was it 30 days?
I ran it for all of December. So December 1st,
30 days.
December 31st. But you can run it for I think the max is 60. So really with hindsight, another learned thing is since I am a small creator, I should have just maximized the time entirely and all that. But yes, I ran a Kickstarter for Volume 11, and really, I kind of didn't need it. It was just after doing 10 volumes on my own and doing tons of shows since moving to California, of which some of those events that I have attended Mog has also been a part of. I just eventually was like, here, let me do a Kickstarter and get some little funding. So when I finish Volume 11 and order the books to have at shows, I just will have a little funding to bounce off instead of my own funds to pull from. But it ended up not panning out as much, but I was more than 60% funded. So it was kind of there.
What's interesting is, what's really good is you already have at least 11 volumes.
10 volumes.
10 volumes. That's a rich material to have Kickstarter, and you can stagger it I don't know, 3 times per year, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, while you're working on the next volume.
That was actually that was one of my tiers. Even I had a little starter set. Here, get 1 through 3 as a nice little pick me up to help support it.
Interesting, because I remember when I was interviewing with Rob Moltari, the guy from Snowpaw, and I'm actually work with him. He kind of did something similar to you, and then he learned it the hard way because the first campaign failed, and he realized that if you do a huge bundle and you just show the whole bundle and kickstart it didn't work out. But if he did just one singular volume, just starting from Volume 1, and then the next campaign is Volume 2, like that, for some reason that works out so much better than the whole thing. So
I definitely had a problem when I tried launching 3 different books on one campaign.
Yeah.
Because I had finished 3 different books. I had them in the can ready to go of my own.
Yeah.
And it was too confusing. People just got confused by having too many options.
Yeah.
And it didn't do nearly as good as most of my Kickstarters usually do.
Interesting. By the way, there was a really interesting question by, I know he meant it as a joke probably, Steve Vendetta. What is Uranus in Asia kanji? It's actually a very good name. It's called, it means literally the heaven, sky. Yeah. It's the sky king planet. So the king of the heaven, the planet is Uranus. Really interesting, right? So basically you would say sky. The element will be sky or ether. I would say ether or sky. The whole space, the space above you, which is the heaven, the heaven, that's Uranus. So element-wise, I don't know how you could say that. Would it be space or ether? But we would call it Tian, which is heaven, symbolizing sky.
If I could if I could intercept for just a moment, we do the live drawing stuff.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah, sorry.
I think I was going to announce. I think I'll start at 30. That's what I usually
30.
I
Okay.
usually start my commissions at 30. So
All right.
also,
That's the sketch pad. What are you drawing?
I am drawing a little warm up of Kamashi, and I will just keep touching at it and go from there. But here.
Nice. Oh.
I'm just currently doing little
Good choice.
warm ups.
I like that because I'm curious. And Mr. Fish, what is
I am working on the rhino. It was one of your suggestions on my post, and I was like, "Oh, I love the rhino. I want to do that, and I want to mix some of my favorite versions of the rhino together into one because I always like to put my own twist on it. So that's what I'm up to, and it is starting at $70.
70. Okay. I'm doing continuing of the sketch card, but this is my own custom sketch card I made. It's on a metal backing. Ooh. It is extremely high quality, custom made. It has my logo and one of my art. There's tape on it, but art, my name and everything. It's a metal card, and at the back is the art. So this is starting off. They don't make this anymore because the company popped up during COVID, and they died after COVID. They won't do it anymore. I know it's super rare. And the awesome part is, unlike the cards, look at this. They cut the corners, the edges. So it's what do you call this?
Rounded,
but it's not really round. It's they rounded the corners, so it doesn't it's not sharp. It cuts you. So they even thought of that little detail. It's insane. And so this one starting for me is 35, and I'm doing Rogue again.
Oh.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I didn't know that. In Greek mythology, Sky God is also in Greek mythology.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. That's what Steve Vendetta said.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Are you sure, Steve? I thought it was. Isn't Kronos? Isn't Kronos the father of Zeus? Is Saturn? I think. I don't know. Anyway, Ryan, what is your starting bid again? It was $30, right?
30, yes.
And Mr. Fish, you were 75, right?
70.
70? Okay.
Yeah.
Mine is 35.
One thing I did want to at least conclude on with my Kickstarter is, even though my Kickstarter was not successful, you are able to fully support any of the books. I have a store. You can find them on Amazon and stuff. So if you'd like to ever give it the shot, I have means for new readers to take a jump.
Yeah. So they just go to your store and then purchase it. That's the option.
Yep, my personal store, it's called Store. I have a Store Envy page, which you'll also find tons of other cool surprises actually on my store. I have other fan art stuff. I have art prints of Parappa the Rapper, Metal Gear Solid, Ed and Eddie. If you want Ed and Eddie stuff, I am the place to go. Actually, do we have a way of showing a screen of ours? Because I actually have been working on a separate art piece that I feel like I've been very proud of that I want people to see.
Yeah, there's a bottom button there. It says present, and then you click share screen, and you can pick the screen that you want to share.
All right, let's see.
I saw a lot of your Ed and Eddie mashups on your Facebook page. That's cool.
That is the thing. Oh, I can upload a file. All right. I was not able to. So here, speaking of that, let's just pull that. Let's just pull one of those up. Let's see, PNG. That thing's being weird with uploads. Let's see. Boom. Boom. And oh, you can only do PDFs. Hold on.
I think if you just press is it in present, share screen.
Well, I just didn't want to, in case something on my screen.
Oh yeah, you can. When you share screen, it has 3 options. You can do just the windows where you show the program of the windows, or your entire screen. So you can just be discrete. It gives you options.
Yeah, you can just open up the piece of art on
Yeah.
a page on your desktop.
Yeah.
And then you can just share that.
Okay.
It allows you to select that.
Here, well, we'll give that a shot.
Yeah, Store Envy. Do you like using Store Envy?
It is. It's okay. For let's see. All right, allow. So I'm guessing. Oop, hold on. There's some spoilers in there that we don't want people to see just yet. Oh, did it close?
No, I control whether it's seen or not. So find what you need and then I'll put it up.
All right. All right, we got the PDF open. Okay. At least I think.
So now
this is all.
Well, you know what? We can just go for a break.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let you figure that out while you're
and
doing
then you can take your time and yeah.
Now I got it, but
Yeah. So let's go for a break, guys, and we'll see you, I guess, in about 2 to 3 minutes. So Brian, you can get all your stuff ready.
Sure thing.
Okay.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com.
So, the show is called The Geek Chat. And really, there's just a couple of geeks.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dez.
And we are your hosts for this weekly guide into comic bookery and all the geeky stuff that goes with it.
And that pretty much says it all. They talk about the latest movies and shows.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. Overall, D+ movie.
So the end. Did you know who that is?
That's She-Ra, yeah.
Yes.
The new #1 comics of the week.
We rep Samuel Jackson and we rep Mace Windu.
I passed on this. I was like...
No regrets.
No regrets. I really wanted to like this book. I really did. Like, I really did.
And just chat with each other. And with you.
Oh, Daniel says, I dosed off with the first one. I have zero interest in the Joker Harley ship, not Harley herself. Enjoy, not for me. Yeah, this movie's gonna be rough for me to sit through, I'll be honest.
The Geek Chat, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a couple of honest geeks.
Let's be honest. Come on.
And that is why people watch us, because we're honest.
Giving their honest opinions.
And the thing you always have to remember about the internet is everyone has an opinion, and they all suck.
Part of the experience. Ask your local comic shop to add Battle Quest comics to your pull list today.
And we're back, and Mog is gone. She didn't make it back in time.
This is your chance, Mr. Fish. You can take over the show.
All right, welcome to the Mr. Fish Show. We're glad to have you back. As always, it's your ever-loving Uncle Fish, creator of books like Green Zone Life in the Blocks, going live February 3rd on Kickstarter. You can go to GoMrFish.com, find it right there on the screen. Go follow the pre-launch page now. We're talking with my buddy Ryan McCarthy about his manga book. Man, glad you're here.
Hello.
Don't give me the opportunity to take over. I'll never give it back. So tell me, man, what is the platform that you get through to your fans and readers the most? If it's not Kickstarter so far, what's been the best way people have been getting a hold of you so far and reading your stuff?
So, well, Thomas, from what I can gather, the biggest fan base for Thomas has actually been physical books.
So has that been at like cons and shows that you're selling them?
Yep, convention shows and my own store.
Cool.
I have been slowly trying to transition at the same time because it actually used to be a webcomic.
Mm-hmm.
And which I still did that, but at some point I took a break from making new chapters for the series, and now I'm trying to get back into the swing of that after taking a hiatus. It's actually available on Webtoon and Tapastic. And,
cool.
And just recently, Global Comics is special because Global Comics is it's just the print version, just in digital form. While Tapastic and Webtoon is like a smaller, it's basically the draft of the series, but but you can read it on all those platforms. The best platforms are, of course, the physical books and Global Comics, because Global Comics is just the digital version of the book version. And
that is cool. You're getting it out there in all those different places where everybody can get a chance to get a hold of it.
Yep, and just read it.
That is awesome. Welcome back, Mog.
Yeah. My gosh.
Your trip to go take care of Mel take a little long?
No, it was a bathroom break. It wasn't Mel.
Sometimes you gotta do.
Oh, I should have said it was Mel. To make it sound like I care, but
that's what Mog is, my favorite.
Yeah, I care about him so much. I had to check up on him. It's like,
I was just so worried and wanted to go get within range of his germs and
give him a hot drink, refresh his mug.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, okay. What is this about? I'm gonna be Hokage. What is this?
Oh yes, hello. Hold on. We got that. And it's an acrobat class. So yes, this is a recent excursion of mine. So when my Kickstarter ended up not doing too well, I needed to get my mind off a bit on the comics and just I need to work on something for myself. And this is a series of art I am doing. This is Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy, but he is Luffy from One Piece.
Okay.
But as you can see, Ed is an idiot, and he does not have the correct quote because Luffy's is "I'm want to be Pirate King," Hokage is Naruto's thing. But Ed doesn't know that.
You're in the wrong show, dude.
Yeah.
And this is actually not the only one. We have tons of other. Let's go down. I actually made a PDF out of all these. Next up, we have Ed Double D. He is Trafalgar Law. So this is all Ed, Edd n Eddy characters just cosplaying, crossing over with One Piece. It's literally my two favorite things in the world put together.
Okay.
So here is Double D as Trafalgar Law, and oh Lord, I'm in shambles, because Double D is like, oh, I'm in shambles, is how he talks, and shambles is... So every one of these has a quote. Next we have Eddie. So Ed, and Eddie. Eddie is Eustace Kid. And got something to say, Punk, because Punk, that's Eustace Kid's moves all involve Punk.
Yep.
That's Punk is a thing Eddie would say. Next down, these are out of order, but next we have Jimmy. Jimmy is Enel or Eneru from the Skypiea saga, and This was like more people were always like, "Oh, Jimmy should be Chopper." I'm like, nah, I have a different idea, and so we have.
I love Chopper.
Yep, which I actually have already worked on something related to that, but I actually cannot show it here because I'm waiting to make a bit more. And next, finally, we have Ed's sister Sarah. She is Nami. Mom said to go to your room. Mom said I get all the berries because in One Piece, that's the money in One Piece is berries.
Yeah.
And, oh wait, that is not the last one. We have one more. We have. Tell me, Ed boy, have you ever faced the almighty three sword, the three shoe beating, and Rolf is Zoro with the three swords. A famous scene with Rolf from the show is that Rolf just grabs three shoes. He holds them both in his hand and his mouth, just like how Zoro holds two swords, two in his hand, one in his mouth. And that is why Rolf here crosses over with Zoro. So
the coloring is good.
These are all things I am working on. I am gonna, when I'm at Artist Alleys, I'm gonna have like art prints, stickers, and key charms of all these to sell. Because you work on the original stuff, but some people have fan art of stuff they like, and I am the one dude that goes to anime conventions with Ed and Eddie stuff. And well, and I'll have because one other one I have is it's Ed and Eddie cross Full Metal Alchemist. I made that way long ago. But for the longest time, people have been like, why don't you make one of One Piece? Because that's your other favorite thing. It's like, you know what? That's me working on it now.
The style's dead on, man. It straight up looks like Ed and Eddie, man. Good job.
They really do look amazing. The color is great, too. I love the coloring in your design. The design is so good.
Ed and Eddie is basically the reason I decided to become a cartoonist. Like the reason I am literally sitting here on this show making my stuff, and then I got like Ed and Eddie is the reason I wanted to become a cartoonist. So
wow, that's strong.
Scooby and Scrappy Doo ruined me. That was the first time I saw somebody getting paid to draw superheroes in one of those episodes. I was done, dude. There was nothing else I could do after that point.
It's amazing how you get that calling.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Ryan, were you going to say something?
And just like how One Piece inspired me to also make a manga, so it's literally just my two biggest inspirations put together.
Is it just One Piece that did it for you? Really?
No, there's a lot of other manga of mine. Someone actually in the comments did it say if they wanted a better look at the bottom of my
No, don't. No, don't.
No,
ignore
don't
that.
use them.
Please don't.
I mean, it's just One Piece volumes, so.
Yeah.
But another manga inspiration of mine is less people know this one. It's called Zatch Bell.
Zach, you know what? Is that the trash one?
No, it's the one with the kids with spell books.
Little
kids with powers, and they need to find a partner to read their spell book. Because they all have to fight in the human world, in our world, to determine the king of their world.
Okay.
Bell is one of those people. One of those, they're called Momoto. And really, people always like, oh, are you ripping off this and this from your manga? And I'm always like, in the back of my mind, like, you don't say Zatch Bell, you don't know what you're talking about. It's like, what's Zatch Bell? Yeah, exactly.
Actually, the Japanese, they pronounce it Zakuba. Zak. They don't say Zatch.
It's called a Gash Bell.
Really?
Yep.
So, do you study like Japanese to read? I mean, do you know how to read some of the kanjis? Like
on and off. Basically, all the kanji I've learned to make for Tamashi, because They all have kanji somewhere on their body, and
Yeah.
have, you gotta have. So yes, but it's very on and off of learning Japanese. I still gotta actually get to Japan someday. I had that thing with my grandma. I was like, you need to go to Japan someday, and still working on that part.
I think if you go there, why would you want to go there? Do you want to experience the traditional historic value, or is it for their pop culture, like the anime, manga? What would be the main reason if you go there?
Mm-hmm. Well, main reason would definitely be just because it's a new place to explore.
So, doesn't matter?
Pretty much.
Or...
There's a lot of cool stuff to see, and it's inspired so many of the things that inspired me. So it's like, because there's even more other places I would like to go, like, go to Paris, go to Ireland, go to Dubai. Probably not Dubai. I hear apparently the crime in Dubai might be a bit iffy.
I would love to go to Greece and see all those sculptures just everywhere that are, thousands of years old and still up there standing. As a sculptor, that just fascinates me. And the thought of my work being able to survive for that long a time just is mind blowing.
That is insane. It gives you chills if you think about it, right? If you think just like, for example, with that very piece that we're all drawing is going to last at least 1,000 years after. That's very chilling.
Yeah. Watch the rise and fall of empires, and those statues are still standing.
Yeah.
And it's that is one of my life goals right there.
Greece.
One of my favorite things I actually learned is apparently Greek statues were not always white.
Oh, really?
Today in modern day, Greek statues are all like plain white, but apparently back in the day, the same goes for all their buildings. They actually were painted really ridiculous colors, like with patterns.
Very bright.
It's just
very bright and gaudy.
Yep.
Then how did it become white?
Just over time, the paint.
That's what the marble is underneath, and it was painted and shellacked and stuff with bright colors.
Yeah.
And I mean, they painted it to look like people. It had flesh tone and rosy cheeks and blue eyes or whatever.
Wow.
And then over the years, all that stuff chipped off, and you're just left with the marble underneath. And
so and then we only think like because of that, Greek is like so clean and alabaster, white and pristine.
Bright colored, yeah.
Damn, that is so awesome if you think about it.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It looked more like a cyberpunk future with all those bright colors than what we think of as the beige and white Greek. But still, like, I know that, but when I'm drawing something in that era, I still keep everything, like ivory colored, like marble colored, because that's what people understand, whether it's right or not.
Oh, that's true. Yep.
That's what people think of when they think of Greece. So
yeah, that actually makes more sense, because if you look at their houses like now and then you see pictures of it, they painted really bright. Like there's bright pink, bright blue, the snapshots of like the colors, the colors they use for their houses are extremely vibrant. So that kind of makes sense. Maybe they're very and then somehow we associate it with alabaster white and all of that, just white and gold, like simple, very simple, stark type of a design, but it's not. Anyway, so Ryan.
Yes.
You seem to have you like traveling, and you said you're from Minnesota originally, right?
I'm from Massachusetts.
Oh, Massachusetts.
I was going to say Minnesota. Oh, goodness. That's a different accent.
Sorry, okay.
I don't know the Massachusetts accent as well as I do Minnesota.
Also, always have to specify Western Massachusetts, because when you say Massachusetts, people always go, "Oh, you're from Boston. You're from Boston." All what it's like, no, and it's like, no, we're from the opposite end of the country of the state, far away from the city. And in fact, a funny thing is, I am originally from a town called Southwick, Massachusetts. If you ever look at a map of Massachusetts, look down to the south and towards Connecticut. If you look in the western area, you'll see a tiny little jut going into Connecticut. If you just pull up a map of Massachusetts, just look to the southwestern point, you'll see a tiny little, it's called the Notch going into Connecticut. That is Southwick, Mass, my hometown for 30 years.
What, it's like population, like 5,000 something? It's
no,
like that.
Probably less than that.
Less?
Give or take. 5,000, give or take. It's not exactly a big town. It's filled with golf clubs and McMansions. That's what Southwick has. You drive through Southwick so you can go to Westfield and Springfield. That's where all the cool stuff is.
My gosh.
Springfield, Mass is where they have the Basketball Hall of Fame, and Six Flags New England, which had the Superman ride that one guy died on.
Do you miss you're in what now? LA?
I'm in LA, Marina Del Rey, a much different place compared to Southwick.
Do you miss it?
Well, yes, but luckily I have been doing shows, and occasionally in the summer I've been doing shows back home. So,
oh, that's fun.
Yep.
I've been trying to find some shows down towards like Shreveport and stuff, so I could get closer to back home. Go make an excuse to pay to go visit people. Make a job out of it and make some money while I'm down there. But there's not a lot of shows that direction I can find.
This year I'm actually doing a event that I was always intended to do before I moved out here. It's called Terrificon. It's in Connecticut. They hold it at the Mohegan Sun.
Mohegan?
It's a casino, but it's one of the bigger comic conventions in Connecticut, and I was always said like, oh, go get a table at Terrificon. And this year I have done the dive, because last summer I did my usual spiel doing events back home and stuff, and one of them was like, me and my friends like, hey, let's go to Terrificon, let's just drive there, get a ticket, check it out, and got to touch base with tons of other artists I know from back home, because they were doing Terrificon, and got to meet tons of people. One of the people I met was actually someone who did art for my trading card game.
Show us your trading card. How much is it?
My trading card? Well, the card game, if you want to get a good start, you want to usually get booster packs, which are $5.
Okay.
Or in the event you, like, say you're at a table of mine, every $10 people spend at my table, I always like, here, draw from a card. Or this is a promo card for the 4th set. This card is drawn by Jeff Brennan. He was a storyboard artist for The Simpsons and Courage the Cowardly Dog. He is called Jeff Wildstar on Instagram.
Oh my God.
I at Terrificon and asked him, hey, can I commission you to do art for a card? He was like, yeah. He was very up for it, and this is that card.
I love Courage the Cowardly Dog. It's
probably
so
my
adorable.
second favorite Cartoon Network show.
Yeah. You actually, I think when I first met you, you were telling me about that you went on a road trip from Massachusetts all the way down to LA.
Yep. We did that to move. We did that to move here. It was me and my mom. We took my car that I had bought around in 2020, and it was like, we knew family here. We knew family here in California, and that's how we got here. We just got together and cross country, drove through tons of places like Amarillo, Texas, Memphis, Tennessee. So we got to see the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid. which is a thing. There's a big pyramid in Memphis that just says Bass Pro Shop on it, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
filled with it is filled with an indoor outside mall. It is the most tonally like what kind of thing.
Well, it used to be a concert arena, but once that's gone, you got a big area. Bass Pro's going to move in.
Yep. Oh, that or a Spirit Halloween.
Yeah, which I'm sure was probably in there once or twice before Bass Pro took it. Wouldn't surprise me a bit.
Did you? Yeah, you must have had some crazy stories to tell.
If you ever want to see a little highlight of all the things that I did on my road trip, I actually, in volume 10, there is a side chapter at the back that catalogs that trip.
Okay.
Is it? No, wait. It's not 10. I think it's 9. Let's see.
Would you do it again?
Oh, yeah. We gotta. There was tons of stuff we weren't able to go check out. At least we got to see all the other really cool. Let's see. I am terrible at multi-tab. There we go. I actually feature, so in volume 9, it's called Tamashii and the Great Cross Country Adventure, and it's literally, because I had one of my Tamashii plushies on me, so everywhere we stopped, I took pictures of Tamashii. So it's like, hey, here's Tamashii at the Grand Canyon. Here's Tamashii in Albuquerque.
Cool. That is really cool.
There we go. There's the Bass Pro Shop pyramid.
Oh my god.
That's the one. I was just at a con right next to that.
I remember I bought a stuffed alligator from that pyramid. I still have it. It's literally underneath my bed, like right now. I could get up and go get it, but I am not going to do that. But
Ryan.
Yes.
JD also said that he did a drive like that, and he drove with him. For him, it was 2 cats from Ohio all the way to here, I guess, California. And he said it's a long drive.
Oh man, yeah. With cats, it's got to be.
How do you do that? How do you take breaks with a cat? Because with a dog, at least you can pull over and say, "Okay, go pee-pee," go do your thing, and then you can I don't know, give them water and stuff. But with cats, how do you do that? I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be worried about every time I open the door, them jutting out.
Yeah, that too.
Either that or I couldn't imagine keeping them in a kennel the whole time.
Yeah.
That would just be brutal.
Try doing it with a cockatiel.
Oh,
you have a cockatiel?
I had a cockatiel. His name was Yoki.
Till that rest stop in Memphis. Sorry.
I had for the longest time, I had a pet bird. His name was Yoki, and he came with us. He was in his little cage. He was fine. He's right there, actually. He's right here. Hold on. Boom. That's him. This box on my shelf. That's him. So he's here right now.
I'm sad. Yeah.
But I had him for a long time, but yeah, at some point while I've been over here, well, I haven't lost him. He's right there, but
yeah, it's hard. Even though you've had him a long time and it's a long life, it's still a heck of a loss.
I know. I hate that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ryan, do you want to show us what you got so far? I know we've been distracting you.
Yes, I've
Let's see your Tamashii.
I'm about there.
So cute.
Look at that.
No
wonder you've got so many books.
I was actually meaning to do a little warm up with traditional because I have been drawing on my iPad mostly for the past months. So
yeah.
Oh shoot. Right, I can't squint the page. Occasionally I'll muscle memory it and it's like, nope, wait. Crush. That doesn't work.
Wow.
There we go. We got the rhino coming along.
Oh my god, Rhino looks so badass. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
Yep. You do guys so well, man. So well. Oh, okay. Mine is Rogue. Looking off shot.
Savage Land Rogue's always a good one, and that's
I don't know. Yeah, right. It's not the regular costume.
always a big hit.
See, I think it's kind of dangerous for a rogue to have so much exposed skin. She could hurt.
Oh
people
yeah,
like that. Yeah.
You're right. It's not just the hands, right?
It only really worked then because Magneto could control the magnetism and stuff enough that he wouldn't react to it, so he could touch her, so she could dress sexy and not like kill him.
But any part of her skin, if you touch, does she drain?
Oh yeah.
I thought it was just a...
Oh no, man! She could kiss you and kill you.
What about her hair? She goes like this.
I've never seen that.
And then the hair just like
I think it's skin, but
okay.
I don't know. There could definitely be a story where her hair had an effect.
It's make me think of that scene from X-Men 3 where they had the cure for mutant abilities and Rogue's like excited and Storm's like, no, there's nothing wrong with any of us. And it's like, Storm, you like lucked out on the powers.
Yeah, because you got God power.
There, lady,
yeah.
I can't touch my boyfriend.
Yeah, dude, man. If you're a guy, that's even worse, I think.
Oh man,
you would die.
My favorite Rogue story was one. I think it was in like one of the little team ups or something, like a little nothing story. But she kisses her first boy, and her powers kicked in, and she suddenly drained all his memories, and like sees his whole life growing up, sees him like standing in his underwear with a towel around his neck, thinking he's Superman in the mirror, and like the kid nearly dies, and then she's like seen his whole life and just ruins everything, and even after he gets better, she can't look at him the same way anymore because she's seen everything he's been through, and
and you realize, oh, there's no mystery. I'm bored with you.
That was a powerful one for me. That had a big impact, like the Savage Land had on a lot of other little boys around that time.
Oh, is that why? Also, part of the reason why Savage Land is such a iconic, because the story was actually good.
The story was pretty cool, but Savage Land is cool because dinosaurs, and we never really outgrow dinosaurs being cool. So,
I just was kind of shocked that they paired the old dude with Rogue. That was kind of like, ew. But well, it's...
Yeah, I think they were going, hot young chick, handsome older dude, but he's like old. I don't care if he's keeping in shape.
I don't care either.
He's old compared.
He's a grandpa, right?
That's weird.
Yeah, that was just too weird for me. It's not even like dad age. It's like grandpa. That was kind of. I just felt really weird about it. It's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a few years between me and my wife, but like that's the equivalent of me like dating somebody in grade school right now. I mean, it's gross. How do you talk to somebody that's got 20, 30, 40 years difference between you and her? Like, what are you going to discuss?
Are they like what, 40 years apart?
It's gotta be something like that. Cause I mean, he was like 9 or 10 in World War II. And I'm guessing she was, sliding time scale, but she was probably born in the 80s or something at the time. So there's got to be like a 40-year difference between them at least.
Okay, I think 20 years, okay. 20 years, like I said, 20 years apart, 20 to 25. Okay, I can do with that. But that part just kind of felt weird. But I guess, oh well, we made a good story, so yeah.
They weren't thinking that deep. They were thinking hot chick in a fur bikini and,
Yeah. Really? That sucks. Oh wow. So anyway, Ryan, do you have any like romance in your stories?
Let's see.
Do you have any inappropriate age differences in your romance?
I didn't mean it that way, but
considering the characters are about 10 years old, that's not really a full thing they're all thinking. I do have two characters of mine in volume 10 that they're basically a power couple.
Yeah.
There are these two guys, their name are let's see.
Oh, what powers do they have?
They have no powers. They are just two regular folks. One of them. His name is Docky, and he is a big like snow like not like he's dressed up in like Hun looking snow Asian looking. Let's see if I can pull something up. Let's see. There he is. Let's open that and
actually, let's take a break. It's like 8:02 in my time, and then when we come back, let's show your show and tell. Is that okay, Ryan?
Sure.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Twitch, it's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there, too.
Whoa. Whoa. Did you miss it? Yeah, they can go by pretty fast. Let's slow down the footage.
Welcome. It's time to skim some comics. Miles Morales Spider-Man, I will just tell you that Miles is very important in his role as a vampire. So.
It's fine. If you like Hercules, read it. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. It's fine.
The art is still stunning. There's a panel, little spoiler, there's a panel in this where Chitauri first hits Lion-O, and he is the best "did she really just hit me" face I've ever seen put in a comic book.
Wow, live reviews of new comic books so you can be ready for New Comic Book Day. What is this? Oh, I see. It's Minute to Skim It. Part of the experience.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
Okay, guys, welcome back.
Hello.
So Ryan, do you have your screen share ready?
Yes.
Let's take a look.
So there we go. So this here is Docky. He is a bit. Is it a full screen of just him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This here is Docky. He lives on Koroyuki Pass. You can find him in volume 10. And as you can see, he is a big buff. He's a big buff dude. Wears nice big snow gear because he braves the cold cliffs of Kuroyuki Pass or Mount Amagi. And as you can see, at some point, he lost some stuff. And he has I just one time had the idea of a character of like, what if you had a prosthetic robotic arm, but what if that was all you had? You had a big, oversized arm. I just love that idea. And so, yes, he has this big, oversized robotic arm. Fun fact, he is in fact a righty. But he did not have it. He did not have the heart to tell his there she is. This here is his wife. This is Hanane, or as he calls her, or as he and their not wouldn't say son, but she is all people call her Granny because she looks kind of old for someone that is in her younger 40s. But he is an inventor, very very outspoken. She's a cool little pole to fight all the brave monsters of the cold cliffs of Mount Amagi. And she's a very go-getter. And fun fact for all these guys, if they were to talk, a thing in the ancient land is where the story is currently. They're in the southern snowy mountains, and a little thing I came up with is everyone in the south of the ancient land has southern accents because that is you're in a very different area. You have this cool snow Japanese aesthetic, but everyone talks like they're from the south.
I love that.
It's a simple thing to illustrate they're in a different area of the ancient land, so people will naturally start talking different, and that's what I landed on. And
well, hey, y'all, come on in. Sit a spell.
As I always describe, if any voice was to come out of Hanane's mouth, just think Reba McEntire. Even her look is basically like anime Reba McEntire.
I always thought Reba was sexy. I liked her.
I actually just recently watched Tremors for a while, and I keep forgetting, like, oh right, she's in this movie.
Yeah.
She sings the song of the movie. I had to deal with some people there's like, oh, I'm afraid of the movie Tremors, and it's like, really? So much of the movie is them figuring out the monsters, and then it's like, oh, they're actually animals, and I don't know, really, really cool.
So anyway, like you talked about the characters back to your Tamashi, like the main character and then her other main guy, Suimo. I forgot to ask, what is their greatest foe? What's the mission? Like, because you always need like an antagonist to move the story. Well, not always, but.
Well, I wouldn't say they have an antagonist per se, but it's more like they go through the ancient land and they bump into people, and they meet many friends and foes. Currently, at the moment, though, in Volume 10, they're stuck up in a big, cold, snowy mountain called Mount Amagi, and on Mount Amagi, there is this mysterious force. His name is Karasu. He has been sticking these weird, creepy monsters called Dead Stars on the populace. Karasu?
So what's the power?
Karasu does not have a power. He's a mysterious guy. Here we go. We could take a little jump to the screen. I got him pulled up.
He has the power of being mysterious.
But he has he figured out this way to make these weird creatures called Dead Stars, which are these creatures made of melted flesh and and stuff. And they're really some of my favorite designs of creatures I've ever done. Actually, what am I doing? Pulling up art. I can just pull up the card game. There we go. This here. This is called a white dwarf.
Kind of looks adorable.
Yes, until you happen to see them open their mouth that is underneath their eyeball.
Oh.
It looks cute and marketable until, it starts eating people. And they come in other forms. This is called a supernova. There's flying ones. And then we have the red giants. And Karasu is, let's pull up his card here. There we go. This is Karasu, the creator of the Dead Stars, and the big terror and the thing Tamashi and Suimo are currently trying to deal with the help from Daki Hanane and their I wouldn't say the word son, but they have a kid that they watch. His name is Yuki.
How does he control his creations, these monsters, once he creates them?
That's one of the mysteries we're figuring out in the story.
I see.
There's just this guy who made his own and he made a nest. He's been making monsters. He's been kidnapping people that live on the mountain. And since it's such a harsh place to live, it's hard for the people of the mountain to get help from the ancient land, basically government. And it's like, they're basically on their own. It's a much different tone for my series compared to all the other story arcs I've been doing so far.
What's what's the main purpose of the children traveling? What's the main big plot?
The big plot is we're trying to figure out, why did Tamashi wake up in the ancient land?
So her identity?
Basically, well, she knows who she is. It's more of like her situation. But
so it's a journey of discovery?
Yes, it's a journey of discovery of just like where did you come from? Why did you come from? Like the only lead they had is that Tamashi, the previous child of the moon, was a samurai called the Calm Warrior, and he died in a great battle in a village called Raiden Village in the southern point of the ancient land. And so when Tamashi and Suimo found that out, it's like, hey, let's go to Raiden Village and maybe we'll get a lead on it's better than nothing. It's something. Like if we head to where the Calm Warrior died, we might figure out some circumstances.
And then Suimo's the male protagonist.
Suimo was
his goal?
He's just a monk that he grew up in a temple, and he was always kind of like alone. He was like the only child with powers in the temple compared to his other monk boyfriends.
Yeah.
Just when he met Tamashi, it's like, it's like you're the closest thing I've had to family. I want to help you.
Oh, so he kind of runs away from the temple?
No, it's just more of, I'm someone who's from the ancient land. You can't just go out there on your own. I'm going to help you. And so Tamashi and Suimo have just been on a journey through the ancient land to just get to Raiden Village, find the Calm Warrior, just figure something out, and we can find out why you showed up here in this world.
Interesting. I agree with JD. It kind of gives you the Saturday morning cartoon vibes, like a group moving from town to town, helping people on their quest.
Or like an anime, kind of like how anime tends to operate in story arcs. Like One Piece, there's a story. They go to island, and that's what they deal with, whatever's going on in that island.
Yeah, it's an adventure, like treasure hunt.
Yep.
Kind of thing with One Piece. So you're kind of doing an adventure, but it's more for this one. It sounds a bit more serious because
There's
the
a whole
mysteries, self-discovery, and all of that.
a personal favorite story arc I did was in midway through the series.
Mhm.
We have a little flashback arc where we see Tamashi like, hey, what was she up to before she woke up in the ancient land? And it goes to a nice little flashback to show Tamashi growing up in growing up in Tokyo, basically, where she's from. She's from our world. She opens up just about her circumstances before that, and it's a whole more.
Oh, it's more like a isekai. You're saying it became almost like isekai type of story, but that's like a later reveal. Is that what you're trying to do?
Pretty much, yeah.
And by the way, for people who don't know what isekai means, it's basically you transmigrate from this world we live in to a fantasy world or some other outwardly place. Isekai is a Japanese word for other world, outside world. So
Alice in Wonderland is the original isekai. That or John Carpenter of Mars. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know
John
which one
Carter
came.
definitely. I would say for me, John. Yeah, Alice maybe, but Alice for me is like trippy, right?
Yeah, it is, but
You can say that, right? From this. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm good. Are we able to color our piece too? We do whatever, right?
You can do whatever you want.
Cool.
Actually, let's see what you got. Everybody has so far, and then I'll also show what the giveaway is.
Looky there.
Wow.
Oh, flip your canvas.
I
on
like
my end, my screen, I can see my screen.
I like the happy little trees.
Yeah.
For sure.
Ancient land is filled with pine trees.
Oh, I love that. Sounds amazing. Okay, so that one is starting bid is $30. Do we? I think we don't have a bid yet, guys. So please bid for Ryan. And this is, whoa. Mr. Fish is 11 by 17. Rhino.
Dang.
Yeah. That is starting bid $70, guys.
Yeah. Stevie B already picked that up, looks like.
Oh, really? Okay, so the next one will be 75 or even more. That is a really amazing. So clean.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was just having a conversation this morning about how I got to that style. Oh,
Really?
that looks good.
So I think I'm pretty much done. I don't know why it's all right. It's like there's our rogue, just black and white.
That's
Savage.
beautiful.
Thank you. So there we go. This one is on the back of a metal card, which is with my art and logo and everything. 35, starting with, yeah. And oh wait a second. These are the giveaways.
Oh wait, there's more.
Yes.
The giveaway is this amazing art print here. That's one. I don't know exactly what size it is, but it's pretty. You can see it's like this long. Two heads of Mog's two
It's
heads.
a third
long.
of a Mog tall, so that's pretty.
Two head portions of Mog of a Mog right there. And then this is 0.33 Mogs, and then this one is a bigger one. Covers the entirety of me. This is like a 12 by 18 or even more. I think it's 12 by 18. I don't know who the artist is. See, the thing is, like, they give to me these art prints to me, and I think this was in Puerto Rico. And then they just don't write their names. It's a mystery artist, but lovely work. Yeah, and he actually printed this on a really good quality paper. Wow. So these are the giveaways. This is like a, what would you call this? Like a tiki?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then
It's like
this
a
is-
totem pole.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me. Do you remember the anime? The animation Samurai Jack.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah.
evil guy. It kind of has that evil guy's look.
Yeah.
This is that one.
And then there's my giveaway as well.
Tamashe.
For anyone
Yeah.
want to get a start, we have a
Mhm.
one and a key charm to go with it.
Yes. You know, since you seem to really like Far East culture, specifically Japanese, if you can like understand the lingo, like the kanjis we just talked about, the kanji, which is basically it's like the Latin root word for all, like I guess Far East language for us. So if you master that, you can kind of read. You can read Chinese. You can read Korean, because the root word is all derived of kanji.
Mm-hmm.
And kanji is a really interesting language. I believe that kanji is almost like the most interesting language, just because it's made of maybe similar to Egyptian. It's hieroglyphic, but it is a pictograph.
Yeah.
And if I give you an example, like, sure, we have thousands and thousands of well, for Japanese, if you want to kind of be able to read proficiently, about 2,708 type of, if you have to memorize that much kanji. However, don't let that deter you, because all you need to do is to memorize only 278 symbol. That's all.
That's it.
Yeah, only 278, and then you can, and it's a mixture of all of that, and then you can read the rest. It's also, everything is a decipher. So even one word has a story because it's made of pictures. Okay, so for example, the word law is only one kanji word, but it's made of 3 picture symbols, and it means. It has the one word is the sharp sword. Anything that's sharp that is deadly to pierce through the skin. And then the second pictograph a symbol is like a cage or something heavy. So you something that is oppressing you, right? And then I forgot what the third one is. I think maybe it's a person. So basically, law is something that pierces you and cages you, and that induce fear, so you have to listen to it. So that's the meaning of a law, something like that. So it's all deciphering, just these with pictures. It's like a complex system, like a street sign, like the stop sign with a hand, or deers running, like warning. It's like somebody way back in the past thought about, what can I do to make a universal language just by pictures? And if I can understand this, if I can just capture the graphic symbol of a water or a fire, and put all these symbols together, and the more you put it together, there's actually, each word has a story. And if you can decipher it, you can kind of decipher it too later on. Then you get language. So
that's what I always thought. Is like if you understood the general sense of it and how they thought about the pictures they made, it gets easier and easier to understand.
Yeah.
I would think
it's like so clever. Somebody like thought about, really is being considerate. Like, how can I make it so universal that if I put the 3 sticks together, like 3 lines, that literally means, by the way, it means 3, number 3, in the language of kanji. Like, how can I make it so plain that each just like it's a picture symbol that you can make it and then make meaning out of it. And the more you put all these complex symbols together, the more the word becomes complex. And I know it sounds like, oh my god, that's so hard, because how can I memorize 278? But because the alphabet is what, 26, 27?
But how many words do you know?
Exactly. You have to memorize it has no logic. Sometimes it's like flawed. The way you even like pronounce it is flawed because think about
Oh
it. It's
yeah.
like island. If you really have to read it, it should be like Eastland, right? But you have to pronounce it island. I mean, there's so many things you have to. There's so many variables that doesn't make any logical sense. But this one has a logical meaning, a logical sense. There's a system to it, and they try to make universal. So that's what it is.
The word Q has 4 silent letters in it, as in Q of a line. That one bugs the heck out of me. It starts with the letter Q, and then they had like 4 extra letters added at the end, and it's still just how do you pronounce it? Q.
Yeah. For example, like right now here, this square, right? This shape of a square, it's a mouth, open mouth. That's kanji right there. There, you now know. In kanji, if you see a square, it means mouth, open mouth, right? You need to open your mouth to speak. Yeah. Steve, you say, Mark, could you show us the difference between a full house and a house with nobody home? I didn't get to that part yet. I'm sorry. There's so many. I don't know what. Are you joking? I can look it up, but if you're joking, I won't bother. Sorry about that. Just a nerd moment there. Yeah.
You're among friends. You can nerd out about whatever you want to.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it. Just sometimes I would like look at one complex letter, like the word for calligraphy for hammer. There's a whole story. It's a compilation of story. It's like, oh, this is so cool. I love it. Just love that kind of thing. Each word has a story.
Let's see, what am I at? Let's try that.
Anyway, yeah, sorry about that. So,
Not at all.
So Mr. Fish,
Yo.
in your stories, do you put like romance in it? Because I know Ryan doesn't put because the main character is 10, but
I have elements of it appearing, like issue 4 of Green Zone starts to show more of the romantic entanglements between people. And I, like in the first issue, I hinted at one of the new recruits to the police force had a crush on one of the training officers, and her training officer told her to leave him alone. He's bad news. In issue 4, we get to see another girl that has a crush on him, and another girl that's like, yeah, he ruined my career at the police department. Like I had 2 years into getting my citizenship, and because of him, I had to start over and go to work in sanitation. And he essentially ruined her life, and we get to see some of that drama start to unfold and find out some of that stuff that's going on. I've been waiting to get to this part of the story because I dig it, the love triangles and all that stuff. And I think if done right, it can be really neat. But of course, it has to be the right setting. 10-year-olds, probably not the right setting.
No.
But, full-grown mutants in their, 20s and 30s and whatnot, they can make mistakes and fall in love and, all that stuff.
Is if I heard you right, she had a crush on him after he ruined her life or before?
No, they're 2 different women. The girl Bellamy that's covered in like razor sharp quills in my books looks like a purple porcupine. She has a crush on the training officer, and in issue 4, she meets 2 sisters, Patty and Kathy Honaki, and one of them dated dated Kim, the training officer, years ago, and when he dumped her, she got kicked out of the police force and had to start over. And her sister, even having seen all that, still has a crush on him and is still, chasing after him.
And there's like a bad boy vibe about him that just, is he good at his job? He's a training.
No, he's terrible at his job. He's a goofball. He doesn't take anything seriously because his dad is the sergeant. He's one of those, hey, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, did I tell you this joke? Like, he's always on. He kind of reminds me of Mahoney from Police Academy. Like, he's always joking around. He never takes anything seriously. His dad's the boss. He knows he can't get fired. So, he's always out like hitting on chicks and stuff and hanging out at, chili dog places and stuff instead of working. And, he's everybody's best friend, but he's also, we're going to find out, he's a bit of a womanizer and kind of has a thing for scary looking genome chicks and likes to date them because they seem real exotic and freaky looking, but he's not going to have a relationship with him. He's not going to take him home. He's not the one he wants to settle down with,
Wait, so if Alien comes down on Earth, he would want to at least
he'd be first in line. Be like, hey baby, how you doing?
Oh my god, that's so gross.
Make Johnny Bravo proud.
Wow. Okay, well, on that thought, let's take the last break. Then come back.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it.
Ask your local comic shop to add Battle Quest comics to your pull list today.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience.
Okay, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. And just to give you another recap, it is hashtag EXP Tamashi, TAMASHI. And the giveaways we are giving on my part is this lovely graphic print here.
Super cool.
Yeah, actually, I really like this. I don't know why. Every time I look at it, it reminds me of Samurai Jack.
Mm-hmm.
It's just me, you know. And then this awesome cartoon. I know this is like a series that this guy probably did a comic, but I don't know exactly what it is. But there it is. That's my giveaway. And there's Ryan's giveaway. It's Tamashi with his amazing keychain.
Yep.
And you did the art, you know, inside and writing as well.
Yep.
I'm actually curious because you work so fast. Do you have a whole script typed and everything, like panels, how much, all of that out, and then you do the story, just go by flow? How does this work for you?
I have what's called the Word document, which it's basically just a giant outline, like every story arc planned, what characters we meet. And then I have further down, there's a breakup of like, all right, planned chapters, so I know the pace of everything. So it's like, here's this chapter, this will vaguely happen. And then when it comes to creating them, it is kind of like the Akira Toriyama thing. It's just sketch them down. This seems right. This seems right, and that's worked so far. That's worked so far.
So you just do the writings first, the lettering, the word balloons, and then you just kind of like add the panels and then add the characters. Is that how you do it?
The good thing is, since I switched to digital, you can kind of just take your time. So the sketch process goes much, much faster than.
Oh man, yeah, it's so nice working digitally. I don't have to put nearly as much detail into a sketch before being able to move to inks, which saves me so much time.
Yeah,
and you can move things around if you need to.
I do not miss scanning.
Mm.
Using a scanner was always the most.
Never came out quite as good as the artwork looked ever. Like either it catch too many of the fibers, or it never looked as good as it looked holding it in my hand.
And it adds like at best 5 minutes, but usually it'll be longer than that.
Oh yeah.
That's the whole problem. Meanwhile, for me, it's airdrop it from device. Since I use a Mac, it's just airdrop it. Ding, ding. There it is. Files in.
Oh man, it is so nice. And I mean, you're working alone, I guess, but for me, like I do most of my books by myself, but then I do other books for clients to pay the bills. And it's so nice now to be able to send big files back and forth across the internet. You know, like I remember when there was no way we could do that. And, you know, having to like burn CDs and send it to people, and getting that CD burner on my computer was a big investment. And gosh, so nice now. I can just send giant files to my flatter in the Philippines and get them back in the morning, and they're all finished, and it's so nice.
Oh yeah. Shoot, I had a train of thought. I already had a train of thought.
Yeah, you're gonna share.
I'm killing it on the list.
We're gonna share something, or?
Well, I actually have already wrapped up.
Oh, there we go.
Is that a position I am good with? It's actually been a while since I've used some of these markers. There is some little stretch, but I'm pretty happy with it.
Just so cute.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, usually I just these are the same markers when I'm at events. When I'm doing events, these are the same ones, and it's been a while since the last event, so they've been.
I added a little Spidey to mine. There was some extra room up there, and it was bugging me, so I stuck a little Spidey in there, swinging on to the back of it.
Is that Batman?
Nope, not Batman. Spider-Man.
Hi.
Howdy.
I don't know where I am. Does the camera take my soul? I hope it doesn't, because I need that. I'm Kazuki. I'm 8 years old, and I grow death fruit. And I'm in Thomasy. You can find me. I don't go on any adventures, though. That's for Thomasy and Suimo to do. I just want to stay home and grow fruit. I'm from the same temple Suimo is from. And this is me in, well, puppet form. I'm marketable. That's marketable and adorable put together.
So yes, this is Kazuki. This is a new guy, very recent. The last time I met with Mog in person, he was not even really a thought.
Yeah, and then I saw in person. You said hi, and then you showed Kazuki to me.
So I have been, thanks to this guy, I've been practicing. I have been practicing doing the. Of course, I do the Muppet thing. I don't do the ventriloquist part. That's always the thing. It's like, oh, you're not ventriloquist. Like, hey, have you ever seen Jim Henson on Tonight Show? He didn't ventriloquist, and then didn't stop David Letterman from talking to Kermit Frog the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Like,
wow,
he's right there because the Muppets are just such an attention grabber.
Oh, that's the thing, man. All these little kids that meet Kermit or, you know, see the Muppets on the show, they can see the guys standing there with their arm sticking in the puppet, but those things are alive to those kids, and they ignore all of that. They ignore the words coming out of the guy's mouth. That is Elmo talking.
I actually just found a clip. It was a random YouTube recommendation. It was the I forget her name, the lady from Frasier, or no, Seinfeld, and she just did a blooper and she accidentally swore in front of Elmo, and Elmo was like,
Oh yeah, oh that's a new word. Can I use that word?
and the guy's like, no, don't do that.
Okay. With Elmo. That sounds important.
It's competition. You don't want to know.
Anyone can beat me in a fight. Anyone can beat me in a fight. I don't want to get in a fight. I don't need that stuff. I just gotta grow fruit. You ever had death fruit, everyone? Death fruit is cool. Coming in poison spines, and I'm good at growing them. I grow them at a time, and I'm good at it because I grow them at a time, and well, I'm not dead.
Oh, okay.
What are you so worn out for? Huh? Is that Spider-Man?
Yep,
yeah,
he's on there.
Let's take a look at Mr. Fisher's piece. Wow.
Rhino got the little
Dun, dun, dun.
Spider-Man in the black suit because that's a lot easier to draw at that size with Tourette's hands late at night. So he's in the black suit.
You know, even the moment you added Spider-Man there, it looks like he's walking Rhino. Rhino is the pet.
Come on, buddy. We got to get our exercise.
Yeah,
Let's
come
get
on.
out here. I don't want to go.
Go do now.
Raining
Come
out.
on. Go do. I gotta clean it up.
I can't reach the art. I'm looking down. I don't see it. This is messing with me.
Probably because you got your hair in the eyes. Or your eyes in your hair, one or the other.
Yeah, eyes in the hair, or hair in the eyes. Yeah.
Don't worry. The real me in the story is more adorable. I think.
How old are you?
I'm 8 years old.
8.
And you're already in a monk temple?
Well, that's the whole thing with the monks in the mountain temple. It's a school for boys. So Suimo is at it, and I'm in it, and my friend Akira and Sanyu and Oda are in it too.
Oh.
We're led by Father Monk. He's a smart, cool man. He's a smart man and a wise man too.
Good to know.
He helps encourage all our differences. I just want to grow fruit, while Suimo wants to throw fire. I don't need to grow. I don't need to throw fire. That's too much.
Oh.
And then Thomas showed up, and Suimo just became a whole different guy. He seems so happy now. I hope he's happy on his trip.
Okay.
Mog is lost for words.
Yeah.
Is this your first interview with a puppet, Mog?
On this SketchUp, yes, actually, yeah.
Okay, now that's an interesting caveat I want to know more about. On this, yes. So how many other places have you interviewed puppets, Mog?
it's not interviewed, but it's more like they popped up on me. Quite a lot of artist friends I have surprisingly are into puppets, and they bring their puppet friend or guy. And yeah, to be honest with you, it's kind of unsettling for me. It doesn't make sense, but that's just me. I'm not saying
That
it's.
I'm unsettling.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's just my opinion.
You must be my nose and everything.
Well, it's like
Don't
some
take
people
offense.
with clowns or Santa Claus or anything, like, something. Some
Yeah.
people love it, some people don't.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I. What about you? What about you, Fish?
I loved puppetry growing up, deeply
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
Like wanted to run away and live with Jim Henson. Loved it.
Yeah.
Made my own puppets and stuff. Got really into marionettes and rod puppets and all kinds of complicated things. Enjoy everything about making them and doing them. Never really been much of one for doing like puppet shows, mostly
Yeah.
because most of the time when you're doing it for kids in the situations that I've had easy access to do them in, the kids aren't paying attention. They don't care. And it's just, I'm just babysitting and I don't care for that. So I don't much care for them anymore because of that.
Yeah.
Though when I was doing the Mighty Caw, when I was doing that run of Kickstarters and stuff for those books, I almost made a Mighty Caw puppet so that I could like have him on screen talking about the books rather than me. I even commissioned a VR avatar, 2D puppet of him that would talk when I talk and stuff for like VTubing. And
Yeah.
he kind of worked, but not right. And the guy that I hired off of Fiverr didn't know how to fix it. And so I had a very expensive, almost working VTube rig. And
Wow.
so I never ended up using him. I wanted to do a whole series of interviews where like somebody else would interview and I could do the voice and I could talk and, answer questions about the world. But
if I could actually briefly do a shout out, could I shout out the person who made Kazuki here?
Yeah.
Here, I was probably going to. Is it okay putting a link in the chat? Or, oh shoot, here I will just do this. But
yeah, that would be the place to put it.
Kazuki here was made by, her name is Nina's Puppet Pals, and she was just a random table neighbor at like an Anaheim art event, and I always had the idea of making a puppet just for the heck of it, and I told her the idea, and she was really insistent. And then 2 weeks went by, and
I was born. Now I gotta pay taxes.
So for you, actually, I've always been curious. Like, why do you, Ryan? Why do you like puppets for you personally?
I mean, for the same reason when I watched that interview of Jim Henson with Kermit on the Tonight Show, and it's just the whole getting lost in a character kind of thing. Just seems like
the same thing as acting, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty much.
You get to pretend to be something else, but with puppetry, it could be anything. It could be a child or an old lady or a rabbit or a robot or whatever. Where, as an actor, you're just stuck to things that you could kind of pull off.
Interesting. Anyway, thank you for all of that. That you guys really made it. So, Kazuki, would you like to do the giveaway with us?
Okay.
All right, it's giveaway
What do I do?
We're gonna roll the names. JD will do the random.
The random wheel of everybody
wheel.
that entered the giveaway.
Yeah.
I'll do my best.
Let's do it. Draw.
Wow.
Ma.
The winner is Pity Ma.
Congratulations.
You get an amazing manga, homegrown, born from Massachusetts, homegrown and then migrated, trained to LA.
And a keychain.
And you get a custom-made keychain.
I get it.
Made by Ryan. He's
My hands
blood,
don't
sweat, and tears. All of that.
Yeah.
This amazing story that he is passionate. This guy is a clearly intelligent man, and he is so steeped and in love with this culture that he just almost like is embracing it and fully exploring this. So congrats, Pitima. Please, I hope you support Ryan.
Yeah, you
Everybody
gotta get the
here.
rest.
Yes.
I'm the
Wow.
most one, so I can say that.
Okay, let's do for that is for Ryan. So now let's do for my print.
Kenneth Bird. Congratulations, Kenneth Bird.
What kind
Congrats
of bird is
with the
Kenneth? Is he a flamingo? I hope he's a flamingo. They're funny.
So fill out that magic form if you win anything, even including the auction. The one that right just above EXP right there, SketchUp giveaway. So please, and you will get your prize and anything that you bid on as well. So Kazuki, you had fun?
Yeah. What was I
Cool.
supposed to do? He's supposed to be the entertaining one. I'm just cute.
You should be more entertaining, Kazuki.
Yeah, I should be, but I don't want to. I just want to grow fruit.
Okay. Where are you born, Kazuki?
He takes me everywhere. And I gotta meet other people, and I'm like social anxiety stuff, and I'm like, no. I want to stay home and grow fruit. But you don't let me.
I can definitely understand that.
Yeah, me too. I understand that. I feel you.
I would love
okay,
to have somebody
so-
else to go to a con and talk for me
Yes,
so I could
wasn't
just sit
I
there.
think, wasn't there another giveaway?
Oh, was there?
Well, you got 2 prints.
Yeah, 2 prints.
Oh,
Or you-
crap.
We just did
Oh,
the
sorry.
1 print.
Okay. All right.
Stevie B,
Yeah.
how's the collectibles? Good old Stevie B. He deserves to win.
You get a print. Congrats.
Yeah.
Stevie B invests a lot into this show. He deserves to win.
I know.
He deserves the extra entries.
Yeah. Stevie B said, Mel, you better learn to juggle or spin plates by next week.
Yep.
Yep.
This is becoming the Mog and Mel variety show. I'm working on a tango number for next week.
So Stevie, yeah, I think I'll give you this one. This one for you. And then this one, this art goes to Kenneth.
There we go.
Right. So Fish, who is your favorite Marvel big brute to draw?
Oh,
Besides
man.
Rhino.
Well, here's the thing. Ha.
God, favorite big brute, man. I like the Hulk, but man, I've probably drawn the Rhino more because
Yeah.
I dig the Rhino. I dig the old school villains. I kind of like the idea of Rhino being stuck, of him like not really wanting to be a bad guy, but he's stuck in this giant suit, and you can't really like work at a bodega in that suit. So, like, you know, the only jobs he can get when everybody's afraid of him is being. I dig that. I like that version of him. My favorite Sandman is when he's trying to go straight and like nobody wants to take him seriously, and he's trying to go straight and do right. That's choice Sandman. I just love it. I'm guessing your favorite characters to draw are the sexy ladies.
Not really.
Oh, really? What is your favorite thing to draw?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
See, that's a question that a writer I'm working with asked me when he first started pitching me some story ideas. Before he pitched me anything, he was like, what do you like to draw? What do you want to draw? And I was so taken aback by the question. My answer was the same thing. I was like, I don't know.
There's so much.
Because I've just been doing what people told me to do for so long.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well.
It doesn't matter anymore what you like. And strangely, I'm okay with that.
It's freeing. It's freeing for somebody to say, like, okay, I want a red panda in here. Like, okay, sure. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. We'll figure out how to draw that.
But you know what, Fish? That doesn't mean that I know what I'm good at. Like what particular stuff I'm better at drawing, and it comes better alive, like more alive, I think. Like same as you, right? You know where your strengths lie.
Oh yeah.
Versus this.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't mean that just because of that, it doesn't mean you like it. It's your favorite thing.
I
Does
mean,
that make sense?
For me, it kind of matches. Like
It
I like
does?
drawing sci-fi stuff. I like drawing all the little greeblies in the background of, sci-fi layers and things, and I like drawing all the little doodads on spaceships and stuff. Whereas I find drawing like sedans very boring, but I still do a lot of it. I had no idea how many neckties I was going to draw as a comic book artist. I've probably drawn more neckties than I have like laser guns or death rays. But I love drawing like sci-fi stuff. I love drawing aliens. I love drawing like, weird forms and stuff. I can have so much fun in there forever.
I like drawing faces. Faces
Actually?
are just faces in general.
I think so. Maybe faces. But maybe because that's what we're good at, maybe. So
Yeah.
I have to think about that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming up. Just in case, again, let's reiterate. Ryan, where can we find you?
You can find me on tons of stuff. Currently on Instagram, I'm just called Ryan the Cartoonist and Ryan Cartoonist, but you can also find my site, RM Productions or RyanMcCarthyProductions.com. You can find me on plenty of stuff, and make sure to check out Tamashi and read up on Kazuki and Tamashi's adventures. And possibly, if you'd like to maybe get a Kazuki, consider contacting Nina's Puppet Pal. She has bugged me to advertise that she can make more for people.
Yeah, let's do
She'd
that.
be fully up to, if anyone wants to have their own Kazuki, just contact her. She has bugged me constantly.
Okay.
Maybe more of me. Make more. You have a legion of me.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Well, for Bidwise, I think bidding is closed. I think the winning bidder is Stevie B. Was it you said for your Rhino?
Last I saw.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. Okay, Stevie B. Thank you. You guys have a lovely weekend. Next week we have Chris Enoch and Bobby Breed. So, yeah, it's going to be a really hot show. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much.
Do you know where your kids are? Signing off.
Okay.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.